Yo, my dudes, what's going on? David here, and welcome to another reaction. This episode, we are finally diving back into Marvel's Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 1, Episode 8, called The Well. I got a little bit behind on the Marvel movies itself. This is one of those episodes that I had to watch Thor: The Dark World prior to, and so now we're all caught up and we can jump back into the weekly releases of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I am excited as I can possibly be because I was missing Fitzsimmons and I need some more of that. Hopefully you've been enjoying the reactions. Hopefully you are having a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Head on over to Patreon for the full uncut, unedited reactions over there. Episodes extra early as well. That being said, man, buckle your seatbelts. Let's ride.
The heavens were filled with gods and monsters and magical worlds. Then, as time passed, those beliefs faded into myth and folklore. But now we know the stories were true. Other worlds with names like Asgard do exist. And beings once revered as gods like Thor have returned, leaving us with more questions and an enormous mess to clean up.
Heck no, man. I'm not cleaning this up.
I never gave you anything.
For sure, right?
You know, it'd be nice if for once Thor and his people sent down the god of cleaning up after yourself. They probably have a magic broom for this kind of thing.
I just
Oh,
wish
they must be annoyed.
Ship behind, so we can clean that up too. So we could go inside, take a peek under the hood, maybe take it for a spin.
I don't mind.
What?
That's why we're here. Keep everything under control.
Is there a reason you took that specific piece and walked away with it? Who are these people?
We should check that out.
We should get backup first. That man cut that tree real quick. How are the S.H.I.E.L.D. people gonna mess with this?
1,000 years old.
It sounds impossible. Think the tree grew around it?
I'd have to check the dendrochronology first to know for certain, but I mean, the Norway spruce is a rather fast-growing coniferous, and I know you're trying to trick me into going up, but I'm going up anyway, so.
Okay, you fall.
I mean, who do they think they are?
Anything else? Details?
Oh my God, why are we still watching this guy whine?
Find these people or where they might be hiding?
Sir, doesn't look like they're hiding.
Center in an attempt to stop the growing violence.
Sending to your devices now.
And now, a weapon.
The scan only accounted for one side. Too much damage to the tree for complete reproduction.
But see here, it's clearly broken on both ends.
So there are more pieces.
Yeah,
Yep.
two, at least.
Which means Sid and Nancy may be looking for a complete set.
Waterfield 44. 14-karat gold nib with mother-of-pearl inlay.
That's quite an eye you've got. I didn't know you were a collector.
On a government salary, not quite.
Well, I'm assuming you found something on the ground in London.
In a tree in Norway. And unfortunately, we weren't the ones who found it.
It's a 3D model.
Fitz had to make sure that he knew.
Yes.
Whoever wielded the staff got superhuman strength.
Fighting with it put the warrior into a state of uncontrollable rage. And the staff contained a very powerful magic.
Or a scientific attribute we've yet to discover.
Analytically minded and pretty as a peach. I have a wonderful explanation.
Ran into some unexpected.
Oh no. Oh no. That can't be
What's
good.
happening?
This device just went down.
I have one too.
You can't just disappear. We'll have to turn up somewhere.
Oh. There's your answer.
A block south of the church.
Yeah, we're not calling anything in.
Stop talking. Just fix it.
I wish I could. We can relieve some of the symptoms. I'm going to give you 10 cc's of benzodiazepine.
Chill pill. Good idea.
Right?
A sedative? Not gonna happen.
Yeah, well, be reasonable. Look how you're behaving.
Get comfortable.
Dude is 100% lying. Somebody strap this man up. till we figure out what's going on. I need to put this guy in something.
I can't get the professor to talk.
Oh,
You've got some rage built up. Maybe it's time to let it out.
haha, Professor. See, you could have had the easy way.
If your heart's about to explode, it's worse on humans. But give it a few decades and it'll wear off too.
2 decades?
Are you sure Ward's okay to go out into the field?
No, he isn't,
He's not
Coulson.
exactly acting like himself.
But he knows it. He'll be fine.
Not good. Not good.
We need to help him. I'll get her.
We're just gonna watch.
Clamp down hard on his heart. Try to slow the bleeding.
Grant, drop the staff.
Get away from me.
Agent Ward, this isn't you.
Back up, Sky.
Get back!
Oh shoot. Homie's Jack.
Oh, you've got to be kidding.
Hayes got it. Hayes got it.
This time, let me help.
Don't grab it though, May.
Come on.
Now, what is it you want to see?
You and I have a lot in common. We've both been stabbed in the heart. I was killed. Well, almost. I'm hazy on that. Afterwards, it's kind of a blank. I have no memory of being revived, of being in a hospital, just woke up.
I'm sorry. For before. I'm not that guy.
You're a guy who saves lives. I can overlook a little Hulk rage.
I don't know.
No harm, no foul.
This thing lasts a year. Or
Does
years.
everything just
Decades.
roll off your back?
No. If it helped, I'd rage all the time, but it doesn't.
Such a good place.
Ooh, what is the mystery with this crap? Oh my god. All right, season 1, episode 8 of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I thought the episode was okay. I thought it could have been a lot better. Obviously this is the first episode, I guess you can say, that follows something that happened in, oh no, because basically the pilot episode is, you know, after Avengers, and so I watched that out of order. But this would be, I guess, the second time that it, you know, crosses over some way, shape, and form to, you know, the main movies. This one being Thor: The Dark World. Thor: The Dark World, I'm assuming you've already seen my reaction and review to it. I did not think very highly of it. It was just kind of one of those like frustrating movies in its own. And this episode, I'm telling you, it could have been so much better. It could have been so much better. But I mean, nonetheless, it still had really cool, you know, the fight scenes were really cool. The whole Ward, you know, the story that happened with Ward, and letting his brother drown in a well, that was kind of cool. I'm very curious with the whole Coulson thing and what is going on. Was he in Tahiti or wasn't he? It seems like these dreams he's having are becoming more frequent, more vivid, and I think he's starting to put 2 and 2 together. Something went on after the first Avengers movie, and I'm curious, man. What the heck happened? We got to find out answers. Another thing that stood out to me as well is that May, as well as Ward, both touched the staff. May was acting, okay about it, but I don't know, the way the Berserker guy was talking, he says that thing is dark and you feel it for decades. Decades, man. Decades isn't freaking a couple months, couple days, you know what I mean? Decades, plural. More than one decade. So that makes me a little worried, because obviously you saw that Ward was getting pretty ragey, pretty mad. And he's already such a highly trained person. You don't want to see him on the other side, especially if you're these agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Nobody else is really that trained besides maybe May that can handle Ward. And the fact that she even touched the staff, I'm worried about her. They didn't show her, expressions that much, or we didn't follow her in the aftermath of her touching it. That worries me. And I might be the only one that is worried by it, but it worries the crap out of me. Let's do a quick breakdown and we'll go from there. Obviously, we are picking up in the aftermath of what happened in Thor: The Dark World. I for one would think, as a S.H.I.E.L.D. member, that it would completely suck to have to clean up the mess after these huge fights that take place. You could only imagine the destruction that goes on during these fights. You have to sit there and clean and go through everything. That does not seem like a really fun thing to do. Ward took this. I'm guessing they were taking specific things that weren't from this planet and putting them away. It's just the way he took it was kind of strange to me. We then have a scene where, this man and this girl are looking for, we don't know at the time, but find out that they were looking for a piece of staff that is Asgardian. Obviously, we know now that once you touch it, it gives you this sort of darkness, this sort of strength and power. Even with this punch little, hit that she did, this guy went flying. So basically, it's a really strong weapon. The agents show up, they start questioning things. He gets a 3D scan. I'm telling you, technology-wise, these guys are so advanced. It's really cool to see. They get a 3D print of the staff that they pulled out of there. We then see that those people, there's more than one. There's a group of them talking here, basically saying Coulson's basically saying that he knows a guy that knows a lot about it. So they go to, ask him whatever he knows about, this staff or whatever they're looking at. And he pretty much breaks it down to a T. Obviously, we know later on that he is who he's talking about. And so he knows very much about the staff. They're still trying to put the clues together. They're trying to figure it out. Everything keeps leading back to Spain, which is why I was like, wait, Spain is where we were just at when we were visiting this guy. Isn't that where the staff is at? And so it was him. I didn't think he was what he was claiming to be later on. But basically, Ward touches it. That worried me. Again, that darkness and someone like Ward is not a good thing. It is legit not a good thing. But basically, he tries to run off. The group catches him. They take the second piece of the staff. We then see here how ragey and super mad Ward gets. Don't like it, man. I'm telling you, I don't like it. Don't like it. It's actually really good really good acting scene. Here, Coulson's trying to pry it out of this man. He can't. They then go to Ward to, figure out if Ward can make him spill some beans, make him reveal what's going on. Here's just more about the cult and them putting together a bunch of people to, really do some damage. Ward goes in, goes to stab him. The guy catches it unfazed, bends the knife, and then Coulson knew that he was Asgardian because obviously when he captured Loki, Loki was just as unfazed as he is. And so they put 2 and 2 together there. He then opens up that he is indeed the Berserker that, you know, he was talking about in the stories. Ward asks about, you know, the side effects and how long they last. He tells him, you know, they last for decades, man. That word decades worries the crap out of me. Then we get to the church scene. They find the staff. Gentleman's there. They fight. Ward then gets a hold of the piece of the staffs. He goes freaking completely ragey mode now. Now he's held it for way longer than anyone else has. And he's fighting with it. The well scene was really good and it just really sucked to see. And then May finishes it off, and I don't know, man, that shit, it worries me like crazy, man. This guy's talking to him, just kind of trying to pick his brain. He's acting normal, but I don't think he's normal, man. And then we see May, and she's obviously drinking pretty heavy. So she's going through something as well. They both go into the room, and it closes the door behind. I don't know. I think there should be more protocols against, you know, somebody who's been exposed to something on the field. Apparently, S.H.I.E.L.D. ain't ready for it. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I don't know. Ward looked kind of creepy in this one. But that's the episode. Hopefully, you enjoyed the reaction. Hopefully, you enjoyed the review. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Head on over to Patreon for the full, uncut, unedited reactions over there. Episodes extra early over there as well. Again, before I go, last time I'll let you know, this was probably like 7 range for me. I think it could have been better. I think it could have been more impactful. But nonetheless, it was better to me, this episode was, than the movie itself. So I think they did a good job cleaning up some of the stuff I didn't like about about the movie itself. But that is all the time I have. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I will catch you guys later. Peace, guys.